This deep meditation will guide you to experience or recognize total inner peace. Total inner peace. It is not just to feel good for a few moments or minutes. Total inner peace. Inner peace. So sit down comfortably with your back straight but soft, in a place without any distractions. Softly, exactly as you are, notice that now you don't have to be someone special or different for anyone. Just being as you are is enough, is enough, is enough. And let your eyes close in their own time when they do. The thing is that we are not looking for peace. We are looking for perpetuate peace. What would a moment of peace do for me if the next moment any thought, memory or judgment can come up? Total inner peace. First, I will guide you to remove the biggest blockage to recognizing total inner peace. Without removing this obstacle, you will keep on searching, keep on compensating, keep on mistaking it for temporary distractions from painful thoughts. Keep on exhausting yourself in the search and keep on missing it. Total inner peace. To remove this obstacle, I want you to get very still and very honest with yourself, not with me, but with yourself. How do you imagine peace? How do you imagine peace? How do you imagine peace? Do you imagine a guy meditating on a mountain? Or you lying in a hammock? Nothing to do, no conflict, no challenges. How do you imagine peace? Do you imagine no disturbing thoughts? No intense sensations, no images of the past and the future. How do you imagine peace? Good. Just notice. That's how you imagine peace. And now notice, for how long could you really be with this peace? before it becomes synonymous with boredom. Just notice. Wouldn't you miss out on life in its totality if you had your peace forever? Would you sacrifice your aliveness for resting in peace? Is there really such a thing as peace as you imagine while you are still alive? Is there really such a thing as inner peace as you imagine? Before we begin, imagine that this piece is just a piece of paper. And now, in your mind's eye, let's just crumple this fantasy like a piece of paper and throw it in the imaginary bin, where the fantasy can rest in peace. And let's open space for something new, for higher consciousness, which is a deeper noticing, maybe a new possibility. Maybe something you could have never imagined. Because what's left now from your notion of peace? What is left now from your notion of peace? What's left is not knowing. Open, curious space for the unimaginable. Open, curious space for the unimaginable. For the unimaginable. And not knowing is not the same as some anxiety-inducing uncertainty. What people call not knowing is actually disguised believing. Oh, they already know what's coming. In true not knowing, there is nothing that you can imagine, no expectation, no fantasy, no hope coming from the past. You are open, in awe, spacious, just born this moment, with no past images or stories interfering with what is. It is the deepest trust, the deepest, intimate, vulnerable openness to life. Pure connection to your true self. The totality is already completely peaceful. It is completely peaceful because it is what it is, and it doesn't need to be any different. this unrecognizable peace is disguised from you, from the person who always imagines things should be different, tasks should be completed earlier than they are. It's completely disguised from the person who compares the cultural dream to life itself. Exactly as it is, as if you could ever know what is the best for you or best for anyone in the long term. So, my friend, instead of resting in peace, and maybe it's not your time yet, rest into not knowing, curious and open and trusting, curious and open and trusting. How would your head rest in the not knowing? How would your shoulders rest in the not knowing? How would your belly rest in the not knowing? And your hands, fingers, and how would your knees rest in the not knowing? Peace is not separate from you. It's not just a piece of the totality. You are it. You are one. And looking for peace is like looking for your eyes. You won't find them anywhere. You can look for your eyes all over the world and you won't find them. You can only see the reflection of them in the mirror. But that's not your eyes. That is only the reflection. And just when you think you found it, and just when you think you found peace, you haven't. Because in the reflection, everything is the other way around. What you call peace sometimes may be a temporary band-aid for the blisters on your souls from the never-ending search. Instead of resting in peace, rest into not knowing, curious and open and trusting. The totality is already completely peaceful. It is completely peaceful because it doesn't need to be any different. And this unrecognizable peace is disguised from you, from the person who always imagines things should be different. To recognize peace is being with life as it is, without trying to control or change it, with its apparent ups and downs, turns and somersaults. Just look. Just look and notice. You are actually completely okay with what is now, with your life as it is. You have everything what you need, except of what your mind tells you about it. You are completely okay with all the sensations as they are, with all the always changing emotions as they are, deep inside, beyond your opinions and future projections. You are already okay with things the way they are. Rest your head in this peace. Rest your brain and your tongue. And rest your heart in this wholeness. The totality is already completely peaceful. It is what it is, and doesn't need to be any different. This unrecognizable peace is disguised from you, from the person who always imagines things should be different. And you are the totality. You are peace. When the heart is pumping, peace when life is dancing inside your body like crazy. When the thoughts are changing or intruding, you are the totality. A thought is just a nothing appearing as something. A sensation without label is just a sensation. The worst that can ever happen to you is a thought, a sensation. The totality is already completely peaceful. Your deepest longing for peace is your longing to stop controlling everything. Not tolerating or complying, just to stop controlling everything. Let life in. And it's all magnitude. is not a destination. This unrecognizable peace is disguised. It is a recognition from the person who always imagines things should be different. The totality is already completely peaceful, and you are the totality. You are peace. When the heart is pumping, peace. When life is dancing inside your body like crazy. When the thoughts are changing or intruding. You are the totality. A thought is just a nothing, appearing as something. A sensation without label is just sensation. The worst that can ever happen to you is a thought, a sensation. The totality is already completely peaceful. Your deepest longing for peace is your longing to stop controlling everything, not tolerating or complying, just to stop controlling everything. Let life in. In its all magnitude. Peace is not a destination. It is a recognition. The totality is already completely peaceful.